Hello, Jacob here again. It's been a while since the last video. It's been about almost 2 months, I think, maybe about a month, maybe 2 months since my last video. I've been quite lazy, but yeah, I'm back. So I got the last video I made was about it was the Wasted Let's Play. I finished that. And I just never really got around to making another video again, for some reason. I don't know why. But I'm here today. I'm going to start a new... what's going to be an ongoing series to the channel, I suppose. I'm going to call it The Spotlight, I think. But it's just a bit of a generic name. Maybe I could come up with a better name. But I kind of think that I'm going to do videos on games which are kind of underrepresented, I suppose. Or videos on games that other people don't really do videos on. So... just to kind of give kind of smaller games a bit of a chance, because most people on YouTube kind of focus on the bigger games, because the more popular a game is, the more views you're going to get. But I don't really care about that, because I've only got 4 subscribers, so who gives a shit. So here's a game called Talewind, anyway. I've been talking for like a minute now, and I haven't even mentioned the name of the game. Yeah, it's called Talewind. I spotted it on Steam, just looked through the Steam... new releases, and spotted this one, which kind of caught my eye because it kind of had quite a nice little visual style, and it looks alright. So I thought I'd give this one a go. So let's let's get into the game. It's not waste your time, because you're obviously here to watch. So this is Talewind. It costs it's $5.99 on Steam. So I guess probably about $10 if you're in America. We're playing as this little boy here. So the basic setup of the game is, as this guy says, the wind is disappearing. So this is kind of like our village, and I guess the wind is disappearing for some reason. The game doesn't really have... let's get that cursor off the screen. The game doesn't really seem to have much of a story, really, other than the wind is disappearing. So there's let's go in here. So this is our kind of level select. If we go over here. There's 5 acts. I finished Act 1. I played a little bit of Act 2. Let's just get back into it, I suppose. Let's go through the little portal here. So I've actually... one thing's a bit weird is that I've actually played for this already. Act 2 1. But for some reason it's making me play for it again, but that's okay. We'll play through... for this video, we'll play for Act 2. And yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the game and how I'm going to feel about it. So... like I said at the beginning, the first reason why this game kind of caught my eye was just the kind of visual style. As you can see, the game's got quite a nice little look to it. It's not like one of the best looking games ever. It's not, it's not a like Dust and Elysian Tale kind of level, but it looks nice. It's nice and colourful. Let's kill this thing. It's well animated as well. The character's kind of fairly well animated. Let's jump over here. I don't know, just has a nice nice look. The person who did the kind of art for the game, they're quite good at it. Good at what they do. So these stones here kind of give you a bit more backstory, I guess, but I haven't really paid much attention to them. So my kind of assumption is that the game was kind of made by one person or maybe 2. It could be wrong, but I'm guessing that this is probably like a 1 or 2 man kind of effort, this game. And I kind of think that for... I'm pretty sure this is the developer's kind of first game, or first kind of commercial kind of release, because if you look it up on look up the developer on Steam, this is the only release currently. It came out a couple of weeks ago. So obviously they've probably done other little projects, as most developers have. So I think for kind of a first effort on Steam, this is not... it's not too bad. It's okay. It's not amazing. It's kind of... well, the biggest problem with the game is that it's just quite basic, really. As you can see here, we can jump. We can when you jump, you can press the jump button again to kind of glide. And oh shit, we actually died there. Whoops. And you can press the X button to fire out this little kind of fireball, which will kill enemies. And that's kind of all there is to the game, really. Obviously, it's just a platformer. It's got an emphasis on collecting items. Obviously, you need to collect feathers through the level, and there are little hidden crystals as well. It's not dire this time. But yeah, I think that's kind of the biggest problem with the game is that it's just quite simple, really. Ooh, that's close. You've got these kind of weird ghost things, a bit like the boos from Mario. They kind of come in and out of existence. You can't hit them when they go invisible. So this guy spawns these kind of worm things when you kill him. But yeah, it is a good effort, I think, for kind of a first kind of go, I suppose, because yeah, like I said, I like the way the game looks, I like the way kind of characters animate, and the music is. And the music's alright, but it's a little bit repetitive. You kind of, as you can kind of hear if you listen, the music is kind of repeating itself kind of over and over again a little bit, but it's not kind of horrible to listen to or anything. So there we go, going to glide over here. So yeah, the game is mostly kind of focused on kind of gliding. We've got to have a checkpoint. The levels are fairly well designed. There is a emphasis on kind of replaying levels. No, kind of. Obviously, there are kind of multiple paths. I think that is kind of the game's biggest strength, is that the kind of multiple paths through the level, and kind of the kind of emphasis on kind of exploring the level and kind of maybe going a different way, maybe a second time. Because yeah, I think the game does kind of want you to play through the level more than once, because yeah, like I said, there's 5 acts in the game. And the first act took about half an hour to beat or so, maybe not even that. So I'm guessing you could probably finish the game in like a couple of hours, just beating all the levels. But I guess there's some incentive to go back. But I'm probably not really, probably not going to do that. Probably not even going to finish the game, to be honest, because although it's all right, it's not really. I don't know. It's just not really worth. Yeah, it's alright. I think the biggest problem with this game isn't really that it's not good. It's just that the game. The developer's kind of asking a bit of a too high of a price, I think. So like I said, it's £6. It's probably like $9 or $10. Probably should look that up before starting the video. But I think the game is maybe a little bit on the pricey side, because for that price you can get better games than this, or just for a little bit more. So this is the end of this level. As you can see here, there's gives you kind of a par objective to beat the level in a certain time and get a certain number of feathers. There's 3 crystals at the bottom are also kind of hidden in the level, you have to find them. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot to really say about the game other than it's alright, really. Let's just go over here. There are boss fights. There's a boss fight at the end of Act 1. We'll obviously get to the boss fight at the end of Act 2, presumably there'll be one. Yeah, the boss fight in Act 1 is just a bit kind of basic. It's kind of your basic kind of platforming boss. You know, he kind of goes back and forth. You jump over him, and then you just hit him because he gets dizzy, and he dies after a couple of minutes of fighting him. The game does have kind of a little bit of a kind of Sonic the Hedgehog kind of feel to it, with these, you know, when you kind of hit like a big kind of air ramp, it kind of sends you flying and at kind of high speed. It's quite enjoyable. There is a decent amount of variety in the game because let's kill this thing. Act 1 did have a different visual style and did have different enemies as well. So the game does a decent job of kind of keeping it fairly interesting as you play through. Let's jump over here. It's starting to get a bit more tricky as well. But the game was fairly easy so far. Here we go. So we're going to fly up in the air here. Yeah, I'm not sure that was supposed to happen. Let's go up here. There we go. Oh shit. So yeah, if you the game has one-hit kills, it seems. So when you die, you obviously go back to a checkpoint. There's no kind of way to get like a shield, I don't think, as far as I can tell. The game is obviously fairly generous on lives. You see at the top left, we've got 14 lives. So it's more backstory here. Many tribes emerge from plants and beasts alike, all of them virtuous in their own way. What was I saying? I was saying something. I completely forgot what I was saying. Okay, let's go up here. So yeah, as you can see, it's kind of the same, kind of just in the same kind of basic kind of gameplay loop over and over again. You know, you go through the level, kill a few enemies. There'll be a bit of a platforming challenge. Maybe a few little kind of ramps to go up. Maybe a few little secrets to find. You can play through the level again, go through the kind of different paths. But that's kind of all there is to it, really. It's quite basic, really, this game, but it's alright. I think it'd be kind of decent for for, you know, kind of a little kind of afternoon, little play session. Just buy the game, play it for a couple of hours in the afternoon, and you won't have a bad time with this one. Oh shit! Almost fell down the pit there. Oh, he died. Whoops. Yeah, like I said, that's the biggest problem with the game. Is it's going to be here this time. Let's see what's up here. So yeah, as you can see, there are different paths to take. Oh shit! This is a bit tricky. We're okay. But yeah, I think the game would be a lot better off being about half the price it is, maybe about £3 or £4. I can see this game doing well, like on a, obviously in the kind of week-long deals that Steam have every Monday. Oh shit! Hello. Obviously every week Steam they have deals every Monday. The week-long deals. It's usually a good place to get a bargain because a lot of games go 90% off during that week. That week-long sale. This would probably do quite well in that if it was like 90% off or 80% off and was like a couple of pound. I'd probably say, yeah, you could get this for a couple of pound and not feel too bad about it. But I think for the £6 I paid, I feel a little bit shortchanged, a little bit. Okay, it's just dead end here. Oh, there's this platform here. Not that there's nothing really wrong with the game. It just doesn't. It's just nothing special either. It's just kind of okay, really. Let's get to the end of this level. It should be a boss fight on the next one, unless this act is longer than the last one. The first act was 2 levels, then the third level was the boss fight. So yeah, I guess I'll just talk about general things until we kind of get there, because there's not really much to kind of commentate on, really. It's just kind of, like I said, it's kind of about a minute or so of a gameplay loop that kind of repeats itself. Let's kill these guys. The game just needs a bit more to it for the price, I think. Maybe like a small, more interesting mechanics, or like, you know, give the characters some more kind of moves that you could do, like some special kind of jumps or something, just to kind of make it a bit more of a challenge. Like maybe there's like a section where, where there's a, you know, kind of maybe have a bit more kind of interesting mechanics with the kind of gliding that we got. Because obviously we could just glide, but there's more you could do with that, I feel. Like when you look at the kind of best platformers, there's usually kind of multiple. You know, the characters have multiple kind of move sets, I guess. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, it's not die here this time. There we go. Yeah, I do feel as though the developer of the game. Yeah, I probably should have looked up what they're called. I can't remember now, but I think that the developer of this game has quite a bit of potential going forward. They could make something like quite special as their kind of second game. We didn't find any of these crystals. They're quite well hidden, actually, the level crystals. I've only found one, actually, for all the levels I've played. So is this a boss fight? I presume it is. Maybe not. What's this here? Oh, maybe we've got another level to play through first. It'd be nice if it'd be nice to have a few more levels to play, because the game does need to justify its price. I think at £6. I mean, £6 isn't that expensive, but you know, there's just so much competition. Oh, it is a boss fight. Okay. So let's see if this one's a bit more interesting than the last one. Ooh, this big eyeball. It's shooting out these kind of annoying little kind of grubs. Ooh, so I'll get hit. So what do we do here? Do we just jump and hit? No, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, the boss fights are not very interesting, really. The boss fights could be better designed. Just to be a bit more interesting, really. Yeah, we've got a checkpoint at least for the boss. The last boss maybe kind of worked for the level for every time I died. Because I died a couple of times on him. Let's just kill this guy again. Let's try and kill these guys, because there's quite a few of them. Oh, shit. Kill that guy. Let's not let him get built up. Oh, no! Oh, I jumped right into the eyeball. Oh, one thing that's a bit weird is how when you die, I forgot to mention, but the feathers actually reset every time you die. So let's say you collect like 20 feathers and you get to a checkpoint and you die. You go back to the checkpoint and have 0 feathers, which I don't quite understand why they designed it that way. It's a bit unfair. So yeah, you basically have to make it through the whole level without dying in order to kind of keep all your feathers. Which I think is a little bit harsh myself. Oh no! So this boss was actually a little bit trickier than the last one. I think the key is to kill all these worms before he kind of spawns more in. Because otherwise you're just going to get overwhelmed like we did. So jump all over the place. Ooh, he's gone all red. I mean, the enemy design in the game's okay, but it's just like nothing that special. The game doesn't really feel like it has like that kind of cohesive of a kind of art style, really. Oh shit! Oh, we're dead. Oh, this is actually quite difficult. Yeah, because like the first act, like we fought like a giant hedgehog as the kind of boss, and now we're just fighting this kind of weird eyeball monster for some reason. It's like the artist just kind of came up with like several ideas and just kind of ran with them rather than kind of with something kind of a bit more kind of cohesive. But at least they actually kind of made these kind of assets themselves, presumably. They don't really look like kind of you know, kind of store-bought kind of assets, but I could be wrong there. Okay, let's kill these guys. Open up. Ooh. Now this is actually quite difficult. Oh god, holy shit. Oh my god. I can't actually beat this guy. I don't think he's actually got that much health. I think that maybe we should just focus on killing him first. It's a bit difficult. The fact that he's kind of up here makes it a bit tricky. Oh no! Kill these worms, whatever they are. Fuck knows what they are. Kill them. Ooh, close his eye. Kill the maggots. Oh shit! He's got his eye closed. Oh fuck! Fuck, man. I might have to actually edit this bit out a little bit if we can't kill this guy. Okay, if I don't kill him this time, I will probably just edit towards my... Oh no! Ah, shit. If you run out of lives, I'm guessing we have to go back to the beginning of the act if we run out of lives. I've only got 6 left. Oh shit. Yeah, this is not... I don't think this is actually that good of a boss fight. Maybe it's a bit... Maybe I'm just being shit, but it seems a bit too difficult. And the problem is, like I said, you've got to get hit once before you die. He's going to close his eye. There we go. Just try and kill these guys before they kind of multiply. There we go. So you have to be very careful, because obviously if you get hit, then we're pretty much just instantly dead. They spawn so many of the bastards. Fuck off. Fuck off. There we go, got him. Ooh. So that's the end of him. The end of the level. So we're going to get back to the town now. Presume. Oh no. Okay. So we're on Act 3 now. So yeah, as you can see, the game is not very long really. We're 2/3 of the way through the game in about an hour or so. So yeah, we'll kind of wrap the video up here, I suppose. Obviously, don't want to show off too much of the game. Yeah, that's... I forgot what the game is called now. It's called Talewind, isn't it? So we've got some new enemies now. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's Talewind. It's fairly cheap on Steam. Yeah, ooh, it's a bigger... Oh! Okay, so we've got Slippy Ice here. Yeah, it's fairly cheap on Steam. It's not too bad a game. It's alright. It's alright. So that'll do for the kind of... yeah, like I said, it's alright. Oh shit, it's a fairly good effort from the developer, I think. It's not great, but it's okay. And like I said, it's just a bit too... It's just a bit too expensive in my opinion. Could do with being a little bit cheaper than it is, I think. Just a little bit. So yeah, I've been... oh shit, I died again. I'm just trying to think of anything interesting to say, but I've kind of said everything I want to say about the game during the video, really. Oh shit, we died again. So I guess I'll just end the video here, I guess. Yeah, this has been Talewind. This has been the first episode of what I'm calling the Spotlight, I guess. I'll probably try and figure a better name, but the Spotlight is a decent name. I've been Jacob, and this has been Talewind. I died again. Can't even get past the first section. And yeah, I shall see you in another episode where we'll be looking at another game on Steam that nobody else really knows about or has done videos on. Oh yeah, before I go, I will kind of mention that there are kind of some rules I'm going to have for this kind of series. So to kind of be eligible, I guess, I'm kind of going on kind of Steam user reviews. So if a game kind of has... This game has got 5 Steam user reviews, and 4 were positive and 1 was kind of negative. So kind of user reviews are kind of a good way to see how popular a game is, because if a game has like 5 reviews, you know that not many people have really played it. And you know, if a game has like 100 or more, it kind of has a decent audience, and obviously 1,000 or more is usually a game that's quite popular, and 10,000 or more is usually like your AAA games. So kind of a game that's you know, only got like a handful of reviews, nobody's really knows about it or has played it. It's kind of what I'm kind of going for with this series, and I'll do a video on it and see if it's any good or not. And this one was okay. So yeah, I probably should mention that at the beginning of the video, but anyway, this has been a spotlight on Talewind, and I shall see you in the next episode of the Spotlight. So I've been Jacob. You can leave me a like, a comment, or a dislike, and I shall see you in whatever video I decide to do next. Probably going to start a new Let's Play on something probably. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. So bye for now. Bye.